Shalom, and welcome to another installment of Elders of GMS, giving all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. We're going to go into, we didn't have anything planned. Elder Gabar is back. Actually, he was down there in D.C., he went to Virginia, and he was down there in Atlanta. So, you know, he's back up here, you know, at GMS headquarters in the studio. And basically, like I said, this is going to be an open forum, GMS headquarters open forum, February 2nd, 2013. And like I said, whatever scriptures y'all got, whatever y'all want to bring up, we're just speaking on whatever comes into, you know, comes through the spirit, you know. So say something. Anybody got anything to say? You know, nobody got nothing to say?
I got something to say.
All right, go ahead. Say what you got to say.
Shalom, brothers. Yeah, we just wanted to bring out the scripture real quick. All right.
Okay, this is the book of...
sorry, like the Elder Tahar said, we ain't going to go too much into talking about this, but we just going to kind of throw it out there. Hey, man, this thing is getting close to the end, and you can tell because the prophecies in the scriptures are coming to pass, brothers, right in front of our face. Every day, man, and within the truth, within this truth, right, amongst Israel, the prophecies of the scriptures are coming to pass, man. Like, niggas are just bugging out, man. Niggas falling out the truth, bugging out, getting demons on them, but we're going to let the scripture talk.
Right, this is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils."
Yeah, that's right. The doctrines of devils, meaning other demons, other people who are demons, other niggas walking around with the spirit of Satan on them, teaching other bugged out philosophies or doctrines, talking about trying to get businesses going and all this other bullshit.
Building schools, building how you say a big bunch of oil tables, building schools, like you said, building businesses.
Yeah.
Which that's not what Yahweh Shai told us to do. Yahweh Shai gave us the word to go out there and teach the word. That's our main. And then those same guys, they're saying that teaching the word on the streets is not productive.
Oh, man.
They're even as far as saying that teaching the word on the internet is not productive. We got to go out there and be self-sufficient. That is the word they use. To be self-sufficient, meaning to make lots of money. And I was meditating on something. Whenever you hear these guys talk about, because we know the scriptures speak about the elect of the nation of Israel. That's who the Lord is looking for. But these guys, they're talking about the whole nation of Israel. When they say that, that's to make money, because they know the elect is a small number, but the whole nation is a big number, and they're not doing it to push the truth. They're doing it to make money when they talk about educating or teaching the whole nation.
Well, you know, that's an oxymoron. That's hypocritical, because if you're saying that teaching the word on the internet is not productive and teaching the word on the street is not productive, how else are we going to teach? How else are the Israelites going to wake up if you don't teach? So you guys are just demons, man. You're reprobates. You know what it is? You guys don't want to teach the word, man. You don't want to do what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai say, man. You out for filthy lucre's sake. And you know something else, man? You talking about getting oil? We did that already. Back in One West, man. You niggas are trying to resurrect the old spirit of 1992. Look, the Most High took a sledgehammer and broke all that apart. That's right. Okay? The One West spirit is dead, niggas. This ain't 92. The Most High, this truth has evolved. It has moved on. And you guys got left behind. And a lot of you guys, like we were sitting there discussing, a lot of you dudes, you old One Westians, man, you guys fell out the truth in the 90s. A lot of you guys, when the mid-90s came around, when Marsha and Arya split, a whole heap of guys just fell out. Okay, and then what happened, you guys went back in the world. We could call off names just to name a few, but a whole heap of you guys fell off and went back in the world. You got your wives, you got married, you got your jobs, and you became productive.
Well, hey, the bottom line, we might as well go to Matthew's Matthew's the 25th chapter about the 10 virgins. Because we're in that time now. We're in that time now.
Matthew chapter 25, verse 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps.
The wise are, hey man, I'm not to boast or brag, but really, man, we're the wise virgins. And you want to know why I can say that? Because we never stopped, man. We was back there in One West. The virgins represent the elect, man. Or the wise virgins represent the elect. Salakia, the wise virgins. But the virgins represent Israel, the so-called men of Israel. And we never stopped, man. The oil was the knowledge that the Most High gave us of this truth. Back, Elder Tahar came in the truth 30 years ago, back in the 80s. I came in the truth. Me and Elder Gabar, we've been in this thing for 23, 24 years back in the beginning of the 90s. And, hey, man, we never stopped. We was in One West. We was a part of that One West system, but we never stopped. We just kept going. You guys, the foolish virgins, man, the oil y'all got, y'all didn't retain the knowledge y'all have. Y'all didn't continue to apply the knowledge that you had. That's why your lamps went out. Your lamps went out, right? Because you dudes really didn't believe in the scriptures, man. You didn't study the scriptures to show thyself approved. That's why you guys fell out and went back in the world. Yeah, man, you were more than that, man.
I got something real quick.
Okay.
This is a book of Hebrews 4:1. Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it.
You guys came short. You came up short. That's why y'all fell out, because when y'all came into this truth and learned the truth back then, you niggas wasn't in the truth for the right reasons anyway. A lot of you guys came into the school because y'all thought it was a Black Panther organization. You had niggas that came to the school just to get free meals. You understand? And you had certain guys that thought this was like the Muslims, just like another religious social club that blacks and Hispanics and brothers get together, and the Passover was nothing but a party to you. You would have the Passover, and you niggas would bring your woman, and there were women up in that school having sex with different men, spreading diseases, adultery. The Passover time comes, a nigga wouldn't come to class for a year. A whole year you wouldn't see a brother, he wouldn't come to camp, but when the Passover comes, shalom, with a fancy garment on with his woman. Yeah, I can't wait to get that lamb, brother. Under that lamb. them eggs, man, I'm tearing that shit up. Is there more around?
There's more, yep. It says, for unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them.
Yeah, we all learned the scriptures together. We were back there, to name a few, Yum, okay, Nathaniel 7. We learned under Elder Tahar, just like you. You never admit that, man. Nathaniel 7, because you know what? You so-called teaching, but you inconsistent. You'll make a video, and then 6 months later, you'll make another video, man. All them videos from you are from like... He
ain't made a video in about a year.
A goddamn year, man. So all the videos, let me let y'all folks know. If you see a video from Nathaniel 7, just know that's maybe a year and a half old video, man. Them dudes ain't consistent. And another HODC 12, Barack and Benyamin. Last year, you guys were on fire, making videos. Y'all was going out there. I haven't seen no videos from y'all, man. Read on, brother.
It says, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it.
The script.
No, I said they didn't have the faith. They didn't have the faith. It says not being mixed with faith. You know, it didn't profit them. Because you have to have faith to believe in this word. And what is faith? Hebrews 11:1 explains what faith is.
That's right. Faith, the evidence of things not seen, the substance of things hoped for. The faith is the kingdom of heaven, man. We got faith. The reason that we continuing on in this thing is because, brother, we, in our spirit, we know that the kingdom is coming, man. The kingdom of heaven is coming, man. But you guys didn't believe in that. You didn't have faith. That's why you fell out the truth. That's why you came up short, man. Y'all learned the truth just like we learned the truth. Oh, the other scripture when Yahushua talked about the foolish servant that buried the talents in the earth. So you guys, you learned about being Israelites. You learned about Yahweh Shai, the scriptures. But y'all said, fuck that, man. Y'all just buried it back. Look, man, I'm going back out here and get my life together. Like this idiot, another idiot, Ra'ayban. He was in the school. He was Captain Terrific, man. When he was in the school, he had the long beard. He had the braids and the turban with the military garments. Ra'ayban used to walk around like he just stepped out of the 13th warrior, man. He was all, that's right, brother. Look, man, I'm all about this and putting the comp and discipline. And then I ran into the nigga a few years after that. In the night, this is like the late 90s. He had fell out by that time. And he said, but I wasted my life in that school. I wasted my life. You dumbass. Is there more around, Lob? That was it. Okay, can we go back to whole Matthews? Read Timothy's real quick. Go back to Timothy's. Then we'll go to Matthews.
Yep. Yep. Back at 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
You know what? That's also your woman. A lot of guys fell out because of a woman. That could be talking about your woman too. A lot of you niggas fell out because of your daggone woman, man. That's seducing spirits. Other things that's going to drag you away from being in this truth. Okay?
Yeah, let me say this. The main thing that we're supposed to do is what we were doing back in the late 80s, early 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, was going out there on the highways and the byways, all right? Yep. Now, you know, if you got a hookup where you can set up oil tables and set up a business or a restaurant, that's on you. You can do that because it spoke about you had somebody matter of fact, go to Revelation, the 3rd chapter and the 14th verse, because you had some churches that were richer than other churches, so they glorified in their riches over the churches that were not as rich as they were. You know, see what happened. The reason why the school got all broken up when that money came in with the oil tables, man. Yeah. Those guys, they put their heart and soul into that money, buying Jeeps, you know, buying fancy clothes, like Yashawan. When he came into all that, first of all, Yashawan had guys working on his camp, working on oil tables, right? So he found out how lucrative it was. So I was there at the meeting when Mo was there, Ariah, the so-called top 7 were there. And he proposed a meeting to Mo and Ariah and the 7 as to him having brothers from different camps work under him, and he was going to be the manager. And all the money was going to go to Mo, or the main 7 or the leaders. In other words, he was a manager. Yeah. You know, we were supposed to help him out, get the tables going, come up with the upfront money. Yeah. And then when the money came in, it went to them. And then they were supposed to distribute it. Well, what wound up happening is the money went right to Yashawan, and Lahab had to be the advisor. You know, I'm sure our troop, I'm going to be with this brother, okay, to make sure he's doing it the right way, okay, because he needs help, you know. Lahab, I saw right through that nigga, man. He should have been the president of the United States, man. Yep. He would have been better than Barack Obama. I mean, the shit that he used to talk, you know. Then Yeshaya saw that they were making all kind of money, and he jumped on the bandwagon, man. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Now Gazak, they kind of pushed him to the curb, and Gazak wanted to get down, and they said, "Well, look, Gazak, we'll hook you up with an oil table." They hooked him up with an oil table. They gave him a basic table. Yeah. Now you know how much they charged him for that table? $800. And I think that clown went ahead and bought the tape. And I looked at it, right? Because he came to me roaring, "Look, nigga, you gonna have to show me how." And I'm like, I played stupid. I said, I don't know how to set up an oil table. I was playing stupid, man. So then the nigga came to me nice. And then he told me that I don't know if he had got it. I think he went ahead and did get the $800 up. I could be wrong, because I could come on video and say that I never paid for it. Okay, I'm wrong. But as I remember, I believe they suckered your ass and got $800 out of you. And when I looked at that table, I said, man, I could have hooked that damn table up for like $150. I said, I could have hooked that motherfucker up for $150, man. I said, them guys saw your ass coming. So he came to me asking how to hook up the table. So I showed him, you go to Medina's, you go over here, you get this oil, you get that oil. Then he started getting into it, right? And then sure, it was like a competition thing because it was Marshall, Ariar, and Shaw. They wanted to set up their own tables and have other brothers work on the tables. And they didn't know where to go. So I said, look, I'm gonna take y'all down to Medina's. Now there was another place around the corner down the street called Mystics. Mystics had the best oils, but Mystics, the oils wasn't they wasn't all different type of colors. They were like basic oils, like brown oils, yellow oils, and light clear oils. And you know, Jake likes colors. You know, they ain't gonna get an oil if it's brown. You know, if it's clear. You know, like you had the Egyptian musk, which was clear, and that was basically a base oil where you mix. If you wanted to mix, because we used to mix oils and come up with our own fragrances. All right. That's right. So anyway, I remember we went down to Medina, right? Medina's, and then Ariar was there, and Ariar didn't say nothing because he didn't know nothing about the oil business. And Shaw was riffing. We should get that. I said, Shaw. I said, because the guy the Arabs was there. I said, Shaw. I said, let me deal with it. Yeah, I'm over you. I said, Shaw, chill out, Shaw. I said, you don't know nothing about the oil table, brother. I know just about. Shaw, you ain't never been here. You don't know. I said, then Ariar had to shut him down. Look, let Tahar do what he got to do. So I said, give me this oil, give me Egyptian musk, give me Kush, and I would explain these are your base oils. Okay, and then give me this, give me Blue Now, give me baby powder. They like the baby powder, and they like, you know what I'm saying? African musk, China musk. And then I said, you got to get the incense and all that. So I'm the one that basically put that whole thing together. So they started putting up tables contrary to Yashawan and them. Yeah. So the school was split back then. Yeah. Then I remember Mo, Ariar, and them, they had brothers working on the tables on 149th Street and 3rd Avenue. And then Yashawan and them was, I think they were already up there. Yeah. But then the other tables, they were setting up by where Yashawan was setting up his tables. So Yashawan beefed about it. Yeah. So then the council was this. Okay, we won't have them guys sit up no more. So nobody is to set up any tables where other brothers are already established, right? Yes. Then now after that was all established, right? We had 86 locked up. We had like 3 or 4 tables out there. And then Yashawan had snuck Haka'im, I think his name was, which I call him Heckle, the other half of Jekyll and shit. I'm looking down, I said, that looked like Haka'im. Then I went there, I said, what the fuck you doing in our fucking zone, man? You know, I kind of lost it, man. I said, you better pack your shit up and get the fuck up out of here, man. You know, I got Conlo on the nigga, man. And I said, look, man. And I said, you tell them niggas. Because I said, you tell them niggas that I said that, all right? And then he went up to Lahab. Yeah, Tahar called you guys niggas and tell it. And Lahab said, just scratch it. Don't deal with it, man. Because, you know, you can't, you know, because once you take the heart of counsel, he'll weasel his way out of it, you know? So my thing was, wait a minute. Didn't you guys say that these guys were coming on your tables on 149th and 3rd Avenue? And then didn't you have the council where no guy's supposed to cut into another guy's so-called business? Well, you up here, man. Yeah, man. I said, so these dudes, every move that they made was wicked, man. Everything that they did was wicked, man.
We lived it.
All right? And Yashawan, you were 100 times wicked, man. You were totally wicked, you know? Hey, there was a situation where me and him had like a business together. We were selling cassette tapes and all kind of shit, right? Even before the oil tables. And we were always hustling, man. Because our thing was we ain't working for the fucking white man. And we were doing pretty good. We were doing good enough where you set up your table, man, and you might have made $300, $400 on a good day. Then the next day you go out, you might make $150. You might have bad days where you make 75, but that was better than working for Esau. So me and Yashawan used to get together and sell. Then I met this lovely man, and you know when you meet a new chick, and the chick was hot. I mean, she was hot, brother. You know, and you know my heart was, you know, when you get a woman, you want to be in it all the time, man. And I was young back then, but I went out there. I think it was 7 or 5 days a week. Saturdays we spoke, and then Sundays we went out. Well, I said, you know, Sundays I want to spend it with her, man. But you know, so this guy, yo, brother, you can't. Plus he met the chick, so he was jealous on top of that, man. Cause he told all them brothers, he said, yeah, that's the hardest woman. Cause she came down to the camp in Brooklyn and shit. Which, by the way, me and Lahab and Ariala started that camp. All right, you guys talking about the original Brooklyn camp. The original Brooklyn camp was started by me, Lahab. And then 6 months later, Ariala came to the truth, so it was 3 of us. Then Lahab went back to 34th Street, all right? And it was me and Ariala dealing with that camp, man. Because I was staying down there at Ariala's house most of the damn time, man. You know? But anyway, going back to me and Yashawan, you know, let me at least get a Sunday with the chick, you know? Let me at least get a Sunday. So he lost it and shit, you know? And, what happened was, I did it. I said I'm gonna come out next week, you know, and I wouldn't come out. I'll come out late, you know. The Lord speaks about when you're newly married, you get 1 year off, right? You know. I mean, I wasn't saying the brother was. So you know what the dude did? The dude just cut ties with me, man. And then he got with Shekiah. Yeah. He said, look, and I said, yo, brother, you ain't. He said, look, see, you don't come out no more, and you'll fuck you, nigga. But in my mind, I said, well, that's fair. You got mad and shit, all right. So he just cold cut my shit off, all right? So I had my own tables and shit. I mean, I still was cool with them, but business-wise, I wasn't dealing with them. And Shekiah had a car, and then I think 2 days later, that car broke down. So they couldn't get nowhere. You know what I did? I had a car. I used to come from where I was at all the way to Brooklyn, pick them guys up, take them where they want to go. And then them guys, well, we going to give you a little money. Them niggas didn't give me shit, man. Them niggas didn't give me shit. There was another time when we were selling cassettes, right? Because Hamites were selling cassettes, but we were like DJs because we knew all the songs. When like Mariah came out with her first album, we made a whole lot of money on that. But them Hamites, like if you said, where's the new Mariah? You know, Mariah Carey. Or they wouldn't know the song because Mariah was new. They would know that song. What's the first song she hit? Vision of Love. What's that song? The Vision. And Ham would go, right over there. Look on the table. It's on the table. Or they would ask, like Abrams, Captain Abrams. What's that one? It's on the table. Look on the table. It's on the table. You know that somebody, because people would say, "Well, what's that song?" I'm not. You talking about Colonel Abrams? I got it right here. I said, "You got the Mariah Carey." You know, who's Mariah Carey? You know, the one that says Vision of Love. Oh, her. I got it. Well, give me that. Give me this. Give me that. So we were like DJs, man. So you know what we did? We got like boom boxes, and we would play the new hot shit on the boom box, and then people would pass by. Who's that? We got it right here. Well, let me get that. You got so and so. Them Hamites, and I used to tell certain Jakes, they would buy shit from Hamites, and I would say them things are gonna break on you. You know what you do? You take it back to the Hamite, get your money back, and come see me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. When we used to sell the oils, them Elam used to sell them. We used to lie and say them Elamites. We used to tell them dumbass black women, I said, look, you shouldn't be buying. I mean, if you want to buy them, if you into that stuff, you can be into it. But them Elamites, you know, they piss in their oils. But they're not doing it to make mockery of you. That's part of their religion. Oh no! They believed it too. I knew something. You know, I knew something didn't smell right because we were playing with their mind, man. You know, wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, man. You know, huh? Deceivers and yet true. Yeah. So I said, I'm not buying. I ain't buying no more oil from them damn East Indians no more. I'm coming right to y'all. I said, I'm just telling you. I said, if you like it, you know, if you like the extra, you know, we would play these people, man. I mean, we used to sell, man. We used to sell Afghan rugs and shit, man. You know, we got it the way we got it. You know, we did what we had to do, man. And we used to sell like $300 rugs. because we had a connection, right? Way back in the 80s, man. And the nigga woman would come up and say, what the hell you selling them rugs for? Ain't nobody gonna buy them damn rugs. And I would say, well, wait a minute. I said, don't worry about them rugs. I said, these rugs are not for you, right? I said, that dollar shit on the table, that's for you. Okay, that's for you, all right? This is for the white woman, okay?
Yeah.
Then while she's arguing, some prissy white woman worked down on Wall Street. She'd go right to the rugs, and these cracker women know the texture. They know this the real shit. And they would say, and they know about $300, $400 for the rug. So these devil bitches would try to get the rug for like $100, $75. Like, we don't know. I said, you know the deal about these rugs, all right? Not like the black woman over there. You've been to Macy's and you know that this is a $300 rug. Okay, so now let's negotiate from there. So the woman would call her husband. They call, I'll be back. Call her husband. They're selling the Afghan rug, blah, blah, blah. Try to get it. They offered me $150, and the guy to try to get it for $125. I offer y'all $125, and I would say yeah, but I had to let me talk to my partner. We talk to the side. I said, you know what, you're a nice woman. We're going $125, all right? Then they would come with the money. They go to the bank, give us some money. We give them the rug, and that's it. So we knew how to hustle, man. We knew how to hustle. As a matter of fact, when Yashawan came in, he didn't know about that hustling, man. What he used to do is rob gold chains. That's what that nigga used to do, man.
Yeah, he boasted about it.
Because he was a chain snatching Negro, man. That's all he was. But I mean, he had a head on his shoulders. I give it to him. He had a mind on him, so I give it to him, man. But he was wicked, man. The dude was wicked, and that's why you don't see him no more, man. See, the main thing going back to the 80s and early 90s was going out on the highways and the byways, man. Right. We didn't become famous on YouTube for setting up oil tables, man. We got videos of us selling oil tables. I got to get down with them brothers.
Yeah.
And we didn't get famous on YouTube from setting up businesses, man.
That's right.
We got famous on YouTube from teaching the word, what you guys didn't do.
Yep.
And then a lot of you guys are coming back on YouTube like you never left. Like you never stopped teaching the word. And like the 14th Street Israelites, man, they go down there. They ain't down there. They ain't going to be down there until like late March, early April. Because it's too cold, man. And a lot of camps did that, man. If it got too damn cold, you wouldn't see them out there, man. Go ahead, Ak.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 45. He answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, what young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Then the angel said unto me, go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy power thou hast seen.
Yep. Now let's go from there to Luke, the 10th chapter, and start from the top.
All right, this is the book of St. Luke, chapter 10, and verse 1. After these things, the Lord appointed other 70 also, and sent them 2 and 2 before his face into every city and place, whither he himself would come.
What did he send them to do? Oh, when you go to the precept, he sent them out to set up oil tables. Yeah. Go ahead.
Therefore said he unto them, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few.
What's the harvest? Israel scattered all over the place, man. That's why you see GMS Texas, GMS Chicago, GMS LA, GMS Florida, GMS London, GMS the Netherlands, GMS Arkansas, GMS Canada. So these guys are basically trying to come in and trying to steal our guys, and it ain't gonna work. Well, no. You're gonna succeed. The only ones you're gonna get are the ones that are not of the elect. Go ahead.
This is real quick. St. John 4 and 34. Yahushua said unto them, My meat is to do the will of him that sent me, and to finish his work. Say not ye, there are yet 4 months, and then cometh harvest. Behold, I say unto you, lift up your eyes, and look on the fields, for they are white, all ready to harvest. And he that reapeth receiveth wages, and gathereth fruit unto life eternal, that both he that soweth and he that reapeth may rejoice together. And herein is that saying true, one soweth and another reapeth. I sent you to reap that whereon you bestow no labor. Other men labored, and you are entered into their labors.
Yeah, the ones that labored before us was Abba, Marshall, Yaquab, Ariah, Shaw. Okay, now it's down to us. They got, Marshall passed on. He's up in age. Yaquab passed on. He was up in age. Ariah, he's with Comfy, Yep. Shaw, he's with Comfy. But are they going out there? When we first started getting a big name on YouTube, Comfy tried to, compete with us. You can't find no Comfy videos. If you put the Godsend Comforter, you might find a video of him, but it might be from 2008, man. Yeah. Because they tried, they tried to compete, but it didn't work. Because the Spirit of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, ain't with them. Go ahead.
Back in St. Luke chapter 10, verse 2. Therefore said he unto them, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few.
Yeah, the laborers are few. But now, as we read on, the Most High is bringing in the laborers. That's why he got all these different camps. And people can see, man, there's a lot of people on YouTube that have been seeing us from 2007 all the way up to the present, which is 2013. And they can, like all these other guys that talk bad about Israelites, and they'll go down the list, it's always GMS. GMS and this guy. Yeah. Because the Most High made us the most prominent out of all these groups. Yep. And if you say otherwise, you're a damn liar. Yep. Go ahead.
Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he would send forth laborers into his harvest. Go your ways, behold, I send you forth as lambs among wolves.
Those guys are wolves, man. Those guys are wolves. Yep. And even Denzel in Training Day, he said, in order to catch a wolf, you gotta think like a wolf, man. Yep. And he said, we gotta save them. The sheep are the vulnerable, man. The sheep are the weak. We're the weak. Yeah. And the wolves, they're the strong, but they're wicked. Yeah. So they seek to devour the sheep. Yeah. So these wolves are coming back up. You see? Go ahead.
It says, carry neither purse nor scrip nor shoes, and salute no man by the way. And into whatsoever house you enter, first say, peace be to this house. And if the Son of Peace be there, your peace shall rest upon it. If not, it shall return to you again. And in the same house remain eating and drinking such things as they give, for the laborer is worthy of his hire. Go not from house to house. And into whatsoever city you enter, and they receive you, eat such things as are set before you. And heal the sick that are therein, that are therein, and say unto them, the kingdom of the Most High is come nigh unto you. But into whatsoever city you enter, and they receive you not, go your ways out into the streets of the same, and say, even the very dust of your city, which cleaveth on us, we do wipe off against you. Notwithstanding, be ye sure of this, that the kingdom of the Most High is come nigh unto you. But I say unto you, that it shall be more tolerable in that day for Sodom than for that city. Woe unto thee, Chorazin! Woe unto thee, Bethsaida! For if the mighty works had been done in Tyre and Zidon, which have been done in you, they had a great while ago repented, sitting in sackcloth and ashes. But it shall be more tolerable for Tyre and Zidon at the judgment than for you. And thou, Capernaum, which are exalted to heaven, shall be thrust down to hell. He that heareth you heareth me, and he that despiseth you despiseth me, and he that despiseth me despiseth him that sent me. And the 70 return again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name. And he said,
that name, because he gave him that name. When he sent them out, he gave him that name. So I don't know what the hell Nate's talking about.
And he said unto them, I beheld Satan.
Yeah, if you don't know the name, or you saying, well, the Lord, we don't know what the name is, but what, you don't have any business going out there teaching, man.
Yeah.
Because if the Lord sent you, you're saying that the Lord sent you out there to teach. Well, if the Lord sent you out there to teach, the Lord going to give you his name.
That's right.
And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Notwithstanding, in this rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. In that hour Yahushua rejoiced in spirit and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for it seemed good in thy sight. All things are delivered to me of my Father, and no man knoweth who the Son is but the Father, and who the Father is but the Son, and he to whom the Son will reveal him. And he turned him into his disciples and said privately, Blessed are the eyes which see the things that you see. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which you see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear and have not heard them. And behold, a certain lawyer stood up and tempted him, saying, Master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life? He said unto him, What is written in the law? How readest thou? And he answering said, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. And he said unto him, Thou hast answered right. This do, and thou shalt live. But he, willing to justify himself, said unto Yahushua, And who is my neighbor? And Yahushua answering said, A certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and fell among thieves, which stripped him of his raiment, and wounded him, and departed, leaving him half dead. And by chance there came down a certain priest that way, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. And likewise a Levite, when he was at the place, came and looked on him, and passed by on the other side. But a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion on him, and went to him, and bound his wounds, pouring in oil and wine, and set him on his own beast, and brought him to an inn, and took care of him. And on the morrow, when he departed, he took out 2 pence, and gave them to the host, and said unto him, Take care of him, and whatsoever thou spendest more, when I come again, I will repay thee. Which now of these 3 thinkest thou was neighbor unto him that fell among the thieves? And he said, He that showed mercy on him. Then said Yahushua unto him, Go and do thou likewise. Now it came to pass, as they went, he entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house. And she said she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Yahushua's feet and heard his word. But Martha was cumbered about much serving. And
That goes into something else, right?
I had a quick piece for you real quick.
Yeah.
This one verse. This is the book of St. John, chapter 17, verse 12. Because like the elder said, that ain't going to work. You trying to sit up there and pray on the different fruit that through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai had the elders raise up in this knowledge by, the YouTube and everything. You're not going to be able to do nothing to those brothers, man. All right? This is the book of...
If I may say something real quick. Yeah, because Yahushua said that out of all the men that you have given me, I have lost none save the son. Oh, okay.
That's the scripture, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty much that's it. But that's the spirit, man. All right? That's the
Gone.
spirit, man. This is John 17 and 12. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name.
That's a cut to you, Nate.
Right. Yep. It kept them in thy name. It said, those that thou gavest me, I have kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled.
That's right.
So you ain't, it's nothing you could do. All you demons out there, you grievous wolves and stuff, it's nothing you could do, man, because the Lord already got his elect sealed. The elect is sealed. You can't do nothing. You can't go and heap disciples to yourself. Any nigga that follow you, they weren't right anyway, man.
That's right.
And the scriptures say they're going to follow Yahushua's voice. Right. They're not going to follow the voice of a stranger.
That's right.
And that's those guys.
Oh, you already got
I got a scripture. This is for those guys that say, yeah, we should be out there building businesses and forming businesses and making all kinds of money, because that's what they say. Instead of, which, like Elder Tar said, we don't have Yeah, like Elder Tar said, we don't. Okay, like Elder Tar said, we don't have anything against you trying to form a little business, trying to make a little money, like the scriptures say about the daily bread, and the scripture also say that money is a defense. But when you all about making businesses, all about money, 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 and meanwhile the word of the Lord is suffering, that's when you're wrong. All right, and I got a scripture. This is Proverbs 23, beginning at 4. It says, "Labor not to be rich." Now, we all know the real riches is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Lord. That's the real riches, pursuant to Romans 11 and 33. It says, "Cease from thine own wisdom," because that's what those guys are coming with. They're coming with their own wisdom. We got to be self-sufficient. We got to have many businesses. We got to teach Israel to be self-sufficient. First of all, we're under the curses. And the only one that can liberate us from the curse or those curses is Yahushua. And that's what Yahushua is coming to do, liberate the elect from the curses. Going to the 5th verse. "Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not?" Because all these businesses you're telling them to try to create, is that going to save you from those nuclear missiles? You know, those hordes of businesses you want to create, is that going to save you from those nuclear missiles? The answer is no. All right? "Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven." Because they're talking about gathering all these FRNs, these Federal Reserve notes. They're about to do away with this so-called money system and institute the chip. So now what you're going to tell them? You know? You know what you're going to tell them, you wicked niggas? You're going to tell them, well, take the chip. We got to be self-sufficient. So they don't have money anymore, but they have the chip. Take the chip. You got to survive, right? Reading to the 6th verse, "Eat thou not the bread of him that have an evil eye." Again, what did Yahushua say about the eye? He said, if your eye is single, your whole body is full of light. What does that mean? You're out there, you go out there and you teach the word. That's a single eye. But when you're talking about, yeah, you can teach the word, but you got to build businesses, that's an evil eye. All right? "Eat thou not."
And I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Any of you camps out there and GMS, the leaders, your structure, ranking structure that you have, if you got a guy that's going to come in, he ain't going to come in and shoot up and be the third in command. He going to be a soldier. You know, he got to go through the ranks. And then now if you got new guys in here now, you got to ask him, wait a minute, this thing been going out since 2007. Where was you on Mars for the last X amount of years?
Yeah.
You got to question him, man.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of spies up in there, man, that work for the feds, man. Right. You got a lot of infiltrators up in your camps, man.
That's right. That's right.
And it's up to you leaders to know if a guy's going off, man.
That's right.
You know, it says a little leaven if the whole lump. Right. Because Gabar, when he went down there, he had to do a little house cleaning, man.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Because you guys that are calling yourself leaders, you ain't stepping up to the plate.
Hey, well, Elder Tar, you know, he said it. He said, you know, you got these guys you desire to be leaders, but you don't want the responsibility or the sacrifice that comes with being a leader. All right? When you're a leader, that means you have to totally sacrifice yourself. What does Romans 12 say? Applied, set as a living sacrifice. All right? So as a leader, you don't have time to be bullshitting around. You got to sacrifice yourself, and you got to apply yourself totally. All right, I'll just finish the verse. It says, "Eat thou not the bread of him that have an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meats." And a lot of you know, these guys that telling these weak Israelites you got to build businesses, build bigger and better businesses. You desire to be like the so-called white man. But what the Lord said you're going to destroy this place, America. All right, and he's going to destroy the power of the so-called white man. So businesses is not going to save you.
Quick precept. Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, verse 24. It says, "The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise. How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow and that glorieth in the gold?"
That means if you're trying to make all that daggone money, how you going to do the work of the Lord, man? Listen, that's right. Listen, man, like Elder Tahar said, it's not a sin if you get an oil table going. Or, man, you got brothers amongst us. We got our little hustles, daily bread.
It's not if a brother coming to the truth and he got a car dealership, you know, or he's a doctor or a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna tell him, look, brother, you know, give up your car. Well, this is what the Lord said. Among the rich, he said, take what thou have, give to the poor, and follow me. The Lord didn't tell him to go and do this and set this business up and expand your business and all that. All right?
Okay, I got something real quick. This is Joshua chapter 7, verse 10. And the Lord said unto Joshua, get thee up, wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face? Israel have sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant which I commanded them. For they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen and dissembled also, and they have put it even among their own stuff. Therefore the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed. Neither will I be with you any more, except you destroy the accursed from among you. You know, like the scriptures say, a little leaveneth the whole lump. So basically, this particular, which was Achan, he had taken some of the stuff from the Babylonians, you know, the Canaanites that they had, and the Lord started jacking Israel up. So the Lord said, look, I'm not going to be with you until you get rid of this wicked person or this wicked element from among you. You know, so they had to get rid of that person, and what they do, they burn him, his family, you know, the stuff that he had. Why? Because the Most High, you know, he's very adamant about that.
Real quick, this is First Timothy, again talking about these businesses. 1 Timothy 6 and 5. It says, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain, make all these businesses, we got to be self-sufficient, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. Stay the hell away from them guys, man. But godliness, another word for godliness is righteousness, with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and remnant, let us therewith be content. That's what Yahushua said. He said, give us this day our daily bread. Reading on the 9th verse, but they that will be rich fall into temptation. And you heard the example when Elder Tar talked about Yashuan, when he talked about Lahab, when they were making all that money. What was they? Now, the scriptures speak about willing to distribute. Was they taking that money and helping other brothers with it? Hell no.
What they were doing was talking shit about the brothers that didn't have nothing, man. That was struggling, man. Them guys, the first year they made about $2 million, man. The second year they made about close to $4 or $5 million, man. They were bringing thousands a day, man. Because they had, like 50 tables out there, man. Then they were selling the garments. They were making money hand over fist, man. They were making all kind of money, man. And then this weak-ass nigga Lahab, he had set up that New Jack City school. And to show you how weak this dude was, man, there was nothing strong up. You know, he looked strong. He had that, you know, that Darth Vader. You know, troop. Okay, all right, troop. Okay. You come up the wrong way, you're gonna get the boot. Okay. Okay, troop. That was the act. I saw right through that nigga, man. And even my woman saw right through him. I said back when I thought he was righteous, I had introduced one of my women to my woman that I had. I said, well, this is Lahab, this is Mashar, this is this brother. And then later that night, she said that guy, the tall guy that stands all, that guy's weak on the inside. So I got mad at her, man. I said, what you talking about? Yeah, he's strong on the outside, but he's the type of guy that when he goes home to his wife slaps him around. Then years later, he confessed to me that Aurora used to slap his ass around, man.
The East Indian woman.
Yeah. And I told the dude, I said, you backhand that bitch, man. I said, you backhand that bitch. Then the guy walked, he stepped away from me like I was crazy and shit, man. And then that damn woman that you wanted to marry, years later, I didn't see it, brother. These two elders right here, but that's back when y'all were brothers. Now y'all elders. Elder Gabar, right? Elder Gabar and Elder Ricard. It was on 86th Street, walking down the street, hand in hand with a white man.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. Elder Tahar, can I add to that? I just got to add to that. That was the same woman. We could find it, man. I know we could find the show, and we'll show you. She was on the Montel Williams show.
Montel, I got it somewhere.
Very popular. We'll put it up there just to prove it. Her and the other nigga, Shia Lyer, the biggest ass kisser in the history of brown noses.
Brown nose. That's Brown Nose Jones, you know.
Okay. Him and her went on the show, and she was up on the show. And furthermore, what the hell was a woman doing going up on the show, man?
You know, well, Lahab put that shit out. You know, he had his head so far stuck up Aurora. Okay, Aurora. He had his head so far stuck up her ass, man, that I'm gonna let my woman go on up there, man, because they had a show about teenage hate groups and shit, and this bitch had to be 30-something years old, and then he gonna keep sitting there, and then Lamonto gonna say, well, what's your name? My name is Aurora, and then he said, well, how old are you? I'm 18.
Yeah.
And then you can see the guy put his, oh yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, 1800.
Yeah, 1800.
Yeah, you damn bitch. But she was up there talking about the white man. I hate these demons. I can't forget what
she
they
said,
did.
I'll never forget what these demons have done to my foreparents.
Yeah, you may forget.
We know the track record of these demons, okay? You might forget, but we don't forget.
Man. And then me and Gabar, sure enough, maybe.
Hey, man, if I can find that daggone video, I'm going to put it up.
Yeah, that'll be beautiful to prove what. And it might have been 2 years later, we seen her walking with an Edomite, man. Yep. Suit and tie Edomite, Wall Street Edomite. And she looked happy and bouncy.
Happier than she was when she was with Lahab.
And the Mafia blew up the spot on Lahab after Lahab and them left. When they fell out, Mafia told us, yeah, man, they were sitting up in that New Jack City school one night playing chess. And that's when Lahab had the cell phone. And Lahab told Mom, yeah, man, I guess Aurora left. That's when she left him. She went to Jamaica or whatever, and he was trying to get back with her. And he was calling her, begging her, look, baby Aurora, please, you got to get back with me. You got to. And then she hung up on him. No, I want to get back with you, Lahab. And she hung up on him. Then he called her, Aurora, please, come on, baby, please. He was begging her and shit like that.
I got to bring this out to back up what the elders were just saying. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 23. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance in a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
Lahab.
That's why when we saw him. Oh, wait a minute. That's why when we saw him, he looked feeble as hell. He looked like he's ready for the grave, man. Yeah.
He looked like he came from the grave, man. You know.
This is our Proverbs 31:3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
Plain and to the point.
And you know, Yashawan, speaking of him, he had the oil, which I guess there was nothing wrong with that. He had his woman on the oil table and shit like that, making money, which I ain't going to condemn him on that. Because, you know, Yashawan had a pretty wife, too. He had a good-looking woman, and he used to make her dress, but he would make her dress up kind of provocative. And she had the high heels on.
I do remember that.
Her breasts would be hanging out.
Which you know,
and she would make money.
Yeah,
she would make like $300.
Yeah, the pimp. He was using the pimp strategy.
Yeah, he was pimping her. He had his woman on the table making all kind of money, but he would have her dress provocative. She wasn't dressed like no Israelite woman. And Yashawan, like the Elder Tahar said, and it's ironic because Elder Tahar and Ariala and Lahab, they started the Brooklyn camp. Now, in 1990, I always tell the story. That's when I first came in the truth. Me and Elder Gabar came in the same time, but we came in through different camps because we had different camps. And when I come up from Florida, I was living in Brooklyn, so that was the camp I came through. And Yashawan was the leader of that camp, which he wasn't even the leader of the camp. Barak was, well, really it was Kazak.
It was me. What happened was I told Ariala, because the camp got big. It was a big camp. And I told Ariala, so you know what, man, we got to go to the Bronx and open up that zone. Just me and you. And let them guys, deal with it. And he said, well, these guys ain't really on the zone. I said, well, you got Barack. Because Barack came in around the same time that we came in. So basically, we were going to give it to Barack. And it was brought to council that Barack ain't really on the level, you know. He ain't got that spirit to run the camp, which we thought different because we said Barack did have that, was on the level
I thought
to deal with the camp. But they didn't know him because, you know, he was a little on the quiet side, you know. But, I mean, everybody knew me because I was either in a fight, I was either getting locked up. Everybody knew me and everybody knew Ariala because he was wilder than me. So if I didn't start nothing, it was Ariala. So anytime there was some trouble, Mo would say, "Now which one started the mess, Ariala or Tahar?" And then when you came in, Ricard, you became a wild dude too, man. Then Yohanan Bar, he was another wild one. So you had some wild Reubenites and one Levite, wild ass Levite. Oh, and a Gadite, he was a Gadite. Yep, that's right. That's right, man.
But Kazak, well, when I came in, Kazak was the one that brought me into camp.
I'm sorry. Let me get back to my story, man. Anyway, we said, well, we're going to leave Barack over it, and then they had a council. Then they basically said, well, we're going to put Kazak, because Kazak lived in Brooklyn at the time, so they put Kazak over it. Kazak really wasn't a camp type of guy, man. You rarely seen a guy. I mean, I know he was working. He had things to do. But he would take charge of a camp. He would come there for maybe 2 weeks. Then you wouldn't see him. Period. Then his thing was, I got to write this book, which he never wrote that book. You know, I got to put my spirit into this book. The scriptures tell you in Ecclesiastes, the making of many books, there's no end, and much study is weariness of the flesh. Hereby hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Keep the commandments and fear the Most High. For this is the whole duty of man. All right? Now, we got a brother in the camp that does write books, because I guess he was trained to write books. So he came to me talking about, I want to write books, you know. So we let that brother, I don't be sitting there writing books, man. I'll throw an idea or a title, whatever, and chapters, this chapter should be this, and he puts the book together. There's one brother in the camp. The spirit jumped on him to put them books together, man. You know? But Kazak wanted to write the book, so somehow Yashawan was coming up. Yashawan basically came up under me and Ariala. He was always hanging with us. You know? I don't know if he started with somebody else, but it wound up being, it was always us three. It was me, Ariala, and Yashawan. And then Aharon came in, and it was me, Ariala, Yashawan, and Aharon. And there was certain times I would take the day off from my job on a Tuesday, and I had a car, and I would go down there and pick them up. Maybe Ariala wouldn't make it. I'll go to Yashawan and say, Yashawan, Aharon says, go out and speak. I remember one year we went out to the Christmas tree in Rockefeller Center, man, and we cursed them people out, man. Even Yashawan was nervous, you know, because the cops came and all that. And he got a little nervous because he was fairly new, but he was coming up fast. And I said, don't worry about it. And the main reason why he was nervous because this Edomite bitch tried to grab his shield of David, you know, or shield. And then, you know, she was like, oh, you black guy with a shield? You know, she didn't come threatening. And then Yashawan smacked the shit out this bitch. It was an Edomite bitch. And she was so messed up, shocked and shit that she walked down the street. I don't even think she told the cops. But then Yashawan said, look, brother, we got to go. Let's go. I said, man, don't worry about that. Ain't nothing going to happen, man. Then the cops came, you know, and the cops didn't do nothing. They just stood there. And I remember one of the cops started crying, man, because we were cutting them so damn bad, you know. But with all that, right, going back to the camp, Yashawan kind of proved himself. He had that bold spirit, and he kind of outdid the spirit of Barack. And Kazak wasn't even coming around. So some kind of way, Yashawan became the head man. Even though Kazak was supposed to be the head man, but he was never around. Yeah. And Barack was kind of timid. So at that time, me and Ariala were going to different camps, you know, just me and him. It was a time where we were going to different states too, you know.
Didn't you open up Boston originally, right?
Yeah, the Boston camp. Actually, the Boston camp, one of the guys from Boston had came down. He saw me. He came down to the Brooklyn camp, and he saw me, and we talked and everything. And then maybe a year later, I wound up going up there to Boston, and Boston was built up. Now those guys, Saad and the rum of them, they fell off, man.
Yeah.
They fell off, but now they supposedly back on.
Yeah.
Pop back up, just like the rest of these guys. Just like the rest of these guys,
Come back popping. You guys don't even come back humble. Because the scriptures do talk about the prodigal son. But how many goddamn...
So some of them do come back humble.
Yeah.
They'll come back and they'll just start teaching the scriptures. But what, gets them is we curse them out. We'll mention their name, that this guy, we know these guys. They were back so many years. They haven't been doing this, and all of a sudden they're back. And a lot of these guys come like they never knew this, and all of a sudden they knew it,
Yeah.
And the thing, like Yohana, the reason why I put so much hell on Yohana is because he had a show, and the brother called in his radio show. The brother, what's his name? Yatab. Yatab called his show, and basically was asking about the mark of the beast, and Yohana just cursed his ass out. So I caught that show on YouTube, and I'm like, why is this guy cursing the guy out, saying he's stupid, he's this, he's that? He said, what do you say? You ain't in the, you small in the Bible. And I'm looking at that, I said, this guy's sold out, man. This guy's straight up sold out. So that's when we start. Before that, I figured, well, Yohana's just out there teaching, man. All praises to him.
Yeah.
But when he did that, I said, man, that's a sign that you sold the hell out. Hey, the same thing with Nate Satan. He's adamant against that mark of the beast being the chip. And that's why we said he sold out. And the name, Hey, but anyway, somebody get me 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, and the 12th verse on down.
First Corinthians chapter 3, verse 12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
What's every man's work? Your fruits. When you go out there and you gather brothers together through your word, you're building up fruit. That's why the Lord said, I believe it's in Matthew 13, some 30-fold, some 60-fold, some 100-fold. Meaning there's certain men that bring in more fruit than other men. Go ahead.
Right. It says, if any man's work abide, which he have built thereupon.
If your fruit stay, they go out teaching, and they keep this word going. Because you had guys that brought in guys that fell out. So you don't have that fruit no more.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, he shall receive a reward.
Yeah, the man that brought in the fruit, shall receive a reward.
If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved. Yes.
Yeah, because you can be of the elect, and you can bring in fruit, and that fruit fall off. But if you stay to the end, you still gonna be saved. Because it tells you in Ephesians that everything is predestined, man. It's predestined of who's going to be saved and who's not going to be saved. It's predestined who's of the elect and who's not of the elect. You can't make yourself of the elect. You can wear the fanciest garment out there. You can know 1,000,001 scriptures. It don't matter. Matter of fact, get me, what is that, 1 Corinthians 13? About charity. Is that 1 Corinthians 13? All right, go. Started from the top.
1 Corinthians 13:1. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass.
Now look up the word charity, brother. Now let's go back to Yashawan. Yashawan, you watch some videos. Yes, brother, and get me that scripture, and you hold that, and you get over that, and I condemn you, and the pure English is a bastard language, a bastard tongue. The pure language of the earth is the Hebrew. Now give me that scripture. Now you hold that and you get me that and hold that and give me this.
Yeah.
That was a damn act. So he spoke, like the men, like angels and all. He spoke like angels and all that, man. But he didn't have charity.
Yep. And I got the Greek word here. It's agape, or some say agape, affection, goodwill, love, benevolence, brotherly love.
Which he didn't have.
That's right.
That's why when they came into all that money, they were talking shit about brothers, man.
Yeah, well, I got an example to back up Elder Tar. Back then I was homeless, didn't have nowhere to stay, and Yashwan had an oil. He had his oil tables, and he had a room where he kept the tables with the oil. And I asked him, I said, well, seeing that I have nowhere to stay, can I stay in this room? Then I can help guard the oils. And he said, no. Then he asked me, what camp? He said, what camp are you in? I said, I'm in Elder Tar's camp. He said, why are you so tacky? I'll never forget that, man. Why are you so tacky?
Hey, but then you know what? Later, about a year later or so, there was a point where they needed a security. They brought a councils. Look, we need security. We need brothers to come and stay each night. All right. Then they had put you on the list that it's Tuesday night. You got to cover it, man. Yeah. But now all of a sudden now you can go in there because of their benefit, man. Yeah. Now I remember that snake in the grass, that fucking Haitian Yum, which he's probably still down there in Florida. He became a henchman under them, man. Yep. And then he pulled you to the side and said, look, brother, why didn't you come last night, man? Yep. And I forget what you said. And I came and I said, man, you don't got to come no goddamn where, man. Yep. I said, fuck Yashawan, man. Right. You know? That's
right. Like Yum.
Yeah, fuck you, Yum. Most I got a special missile for you.
And that nigga, man, we married you, nigga. We performed your damn wedding ceremony, Yum. Elder Tahar, Elder Gabar, myself, and Ramlab.
And by the way, we do weddings and bar mitzvahs, all right? Okay, if y'all $1,000 a pop.
Yeah, man. And Yum, where you at, Yum? Where are you, man? You in Florida somewhere?
Yeah, we anoint babies and all that.
We anoint babies. And where's Ramayla? The 4 horsemen. Where the 4 horsemen at? And that East Indian Payala, where he at?
Nathaniel, he was part of the 4 horsemen.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, when you read in the scripture,
well, they all went out to pasture. They all went their separate ways.
Remember that, Nathaniel? You were part of the 4 horsemen.
And you guys were giving tests.
Oh, they should have been called the 4 nags.
Now Elder Tahar had because they were like the top guys. That's why they call themselves the 4 horsemen. They were the top point men. This is the original Elder Tahar's original camp in One West, which in that camp was 50 men, right? About 50 men, huge 52 men in the camp. So yeah, that's right. We're the only 2 original men from the original camp. Now there were so many guys. Elder Tahar set it up where you had point men that was over men and platoons. It had to be that way. You got a lot of guys. So Elder Tahar had given these guys an order to set up tests, which we even do that now with brothers. Just keep brothers sharp. These guys, but Yumyan and Nathaniel and Ramayla and them guys, they were giving the old Samakban, that little weasel. Where are you at, man? With your wives, with that one woman you hit up in the school, her face looked like the back of a Nestle Crunch bar. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Well, but anyways, they had them tests, and they were good. It was hard to look at, man.
And he would brag about them 2 skanks, man. These are my 2 wives. These are my 2 wives. And like when you call a brother, Samakman.
He's a weasel, man. He's a little weasel. Man, then he started, I make garments. And the damn garments, kente cloth. goddamn kente cloth garments, man. And then we said, man, we ain't buying. And then they try to give an order. Brothers got to all buy them garments. And then we said, man, we ain't buying them goddamn garments, man. You know what, you guys? They called us rebels. And as Elder Tahar said, we were rebels. Rebels in righteousness, man. We wasn't being rebels to be demons. It was that we wasn't going to follow the bullshit you guys was coming around. And then you guys didn't want us around no way, so we stayed away from you. And then you still wanted to fuck with us,
No. When we was around, they didn't want us around because we were wicked, supposedly wicked and shit.
Yeah.
But when we stayed away, they wanted us around, man.
Yeah.
And we're them guys, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys.
And there was a point, man, where that One West was so screwed up that we didn't even go, man. So I ain't going over there, man.
We were telling people not to go to that school. Yep. And we had one dude, because back then we had the oil tables, and we had this guy named David. He used to live up in the Bronx, and he used to come by the oil table, and we used to teach him. And he wanted to know, well, where can I go and learn this knowledge? And we told him, no, you don't want to go to that school, because we told him about the school, but then we told him you don't want to go to that school. So we were telling certain people would tell him, no, you don't want to, because the school was that corrupt. And when I say the school, I'm talking about 1 West 125th Street.
Yeah. We were teaching the brother, man, and we told him, look, brother, just come here and we'll teach you the scriptures, man. Just keep coming to the oil table and we'll teach you the scriptures, man.
Oh, I got to say, we taught a lot of people on those oil tables. To show you now, we were out there to try to make money, but our heart was so into the truth, so much into the knowledge. We were doing a lot of teaching. Sometimes it seemed like we're doing more teaching on the table than selling. And beginning with Elder Tahar, you know? So what you brothers that's now coming in, you other camps in the other states, the way you see Elder Tahar now, he's always been that way, man. Even back when we were working on the oil tables. It was all about teaching, you know?
But you know what the Lord would do? We might be in the table, and for like 2 hours, we'd be on there teaching the dude, not making no money, but then as soon as we were done teaching and the dude was, okay, then leave, all of a sudden sales would just start. The Most High would just send that money, man.
It was always spiritual. Now, I remember back when me and Ariella was so-called running buddies and shit, we used to leave the main school from the speaking at 9 o'clock or whatever, and I would go to his house, you know, so I wouldn't have to go to my house, so that the next day we'll be able to, you know. And we were taking the trains at that time, and that's when the Muslims was out there. Iman Issa, we used to get on the train, get on the train at like 9, 10 o'clock at night, and we wound up getting to his house at like 3 in the damn morning, because we would stop and just start cursing them damn Muslims out, man. And then they would get their people, we curse them, and then there'll be a whole crowd. I remember one time we went to go see the movie Platoon down on like 44th Street. That's where them crackers went to see it, man. So we said, let's go see it over there, so we don't have to be around you damn niggas, right? So we went to go see the movie Platoon, man. It was a Muslim standing on the corner selling their bean pies and whatever the hell they were selling, man. The comic books and oils and incense, man. And we rolled up there. You know how we roll up there. Why is the serpent harmless as a dove? We rolled up there all cool and asked some questions. And that's back when Israel wasn't all that famous. So they don't know who we were. So we come in, we ask them this script, break this down, break that down. Then all of a sudden they get heated, right? Then 2 other Muslims would come. And then the whole crowd would come. We would just have a camp, like an impromptu camp, man. Man, there'd be a whole crowd of people around us, man. And then we'd just lose it on them guys. We'd start cursing their asses out, man. Then we wound up missing the damn movie. We get on a damn train. It'll be 3 hours to get to where we get from Manhattan to Brooklyn. It took us 3-4 hours, man. Because you'd be cutting up them damn Muslims. Then when we would leave them, their tails would be in between their legs. Then we get on the train and run into some more of them and wind up cutting their asses up. And then we would say, look, get off at this next stop. We get off the next stop, cutting the hell out of them. We run into some more. We might run into some damn Jehovah's Witness. We'd stop and cut the shit out of them, man. Yep. So it took us, a normal person took a half an hour to get from Manhattan to Brooklyn. It'd take us like 3-4 hours, man. You know?
Yeah, that's being in the spirit, man. So you guys,
and we cut them Muslims up so bad that a couple of them guys said, you guys, I got to be honest, you guys make a lot of sense, man. He said, but if you can deal with my teacher, Iman Issa, then you guys are bad. I said, where you at? Where you at, man? Myrtle Avenue. Man, you go to Myrtle Avenue, you take that damn I forget the number train. It's in Brooklyn, Myrtle Avenue. I don't know, I forget. But you used to take that damn L, all damn near, took you about an hour and a half to get down there, man. That was in,
That style Bushwick.
around there. That was back when
Might have been
niggas.
Jay.
That's when back when niggas were wild, man. You heard gunshots in the background and all that, man.
Yeah.
Niggas getting stabbed up. That's when Brooklyn was wild,
That's
man.
when Brooklyn was Brooklyn.
You know, that's when Brooklyn was Brooklyn, man.
Yeah.
And we went there, man, to that mosque or temple. This dude had like 10 blocks. It looked like Mecca, man. It looked like goddamn Mecca. He had took them buildings and he had put domes around it and made it look all like you was in the Arab man's land, you know? And so we went to the school, to the main place, and there was all kind of people up in there. And man, Iman Issa, well, we told them guys, make sure your master's here. You like Bruce Lee in Chinese Connection, you know? Is he your chief? You know? Anyway, we went over there and we said, where's Iman Issa at? Because we wanted to see him. And I remember one guy said, he's in Egypt, man. I said, well, he's supposed to be here. He said, when he going to come back? He's going to come back in 2 weeks. I said, well, set up the appointment. Meanwhile, we were cursing them guys out, man. We were cursing out the whole congregation. And 2 weeks later, we were keeping in contact with him on the phone. And we said, look, can we bring a camera? No problem, you can bring a camera. Can we bring a cassette tape? No problem, you can bring a cassette tape, right? So we keep confirming it for the week, right? Is he going to be there on Sunday at 2 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. And that's when Lahab came, Shaw, who I think Ariala came. Well, Ariala was with me. That's when me and him was together. Barak came. So we went down there and we called an hour before saying, is Iman Issa there? Yes, he's here. I'm reconfirming. Can we bring the camera? And no, you can't bring the camera. I said, wait a minute, you told us all week. Well, I don't know, for some reason you can't bring the camera. I said, what about the cassette? No, you can't bring that either. You know, for some reason, and blah, blah, blah. So we came down. They had a camera set up, a big camera set up and all that. And I think they went to Shaw first. And Shaw really didn't know how to deal with him, man, you know. And Shaw was kind of mumbling a little bit, you know, because he didn't know. He was overwhelmed because there were so many Muslims around. But my thing was, man, I'll eat all your motherfucking necks out. You know, that's how I was thinking, man. You know, like that rabbit in the Holy Grail. Remember that damn rabbit eating out there? That was my attitude, man. You know, and I was a killer rabbit, man. You know, going from one neck to the other. You know, but anyway, they went to Shaw, then they went to Lahab, and Lahab was dealing with the guy, and then Lahab used to wear his garment, but it was a gi. But he just put fringes. And then this guy, Iman Issa, said, oh, you supposed to be a man of the Lord wearing a karate gi? And then Lahab looked troop, I'll come up there, and Lahab kind of lost it, man. And I said, Lahab, man, Lahab got all, you know. And then it came to Ariala, and then it came to me because I grabbed the mic. And then Iman Issa said, no, not him. I wanted to talk to him. I want him to get the mic. So Ariala kind of cut him. Then it came to me, man. And then I went to talk and nothing came out. The dude had, they clicked, because I was following Yeshaya with the books. I had this big book bag, right? And I brought all them books out like one by one. I like stacked up damn near the Tower of Babel with books. And I was looking dead at Iman Issa, man. You know, pass me the next book, brother. I was looking dead at this dude. You know, I had the ram's horn. You know, I had. Every time I put a book down, you know. Then when it came to me, man, the guy didn't even want to talk, man. Then we just lost it, man. We just started cursing the dude out and cursing out his people. And I said, the Most High gonna put all you niggas to death. That he was maybe 5 feet away from me. And I said, and you, nigga. I said, when the Most High come back, the first nigga he gonna get is you. And then we just left, man. You know? But like back then, we were bold, and we bold to this day. Well, years later, we found out that this guy was popping little children, man. taking guys with their women and popping their wood. He had a what do you call that damn chair? Scorpion chair. There's a chair where you sit a woman in there and spread her legs, and you can put this leg up that way and that leg this way, and you can get all kind of positions. Yeah, exactly. Turn her ass up backwards and put the leg up like that and her arm over here. I mean, I don't know how true that was, but that's what I heard. But it was found out that he had went down to Atlanta, right? And he was raping all them little kids, man. He was popping all them little kids. And down there in Atlanta, they caught up with his ass. And basically, they gave him a sentence of 135 years. And he had his head all down. I said, look at this, the great E-Man Issa. And then the nigga changed his name every 3 years, man. At one point, he was a Gadite. What was he called? Black
Fox.
Black Eagle. Black Eagle. He had a Gadite get up. Then he became a Moor.
Yeah.
This dude was but niggas like that, man. Niggas like it when you dress a certain way and you have that prestige. Niggas like that, man.
Islam is all about child molestation any damn way. It tells you that in the Quran. And this book that Elder Tahar brought out years ago, Satan's Angels Exposed by Salem Kerben. Salem Kerben speaks about in there how in Muhammad's kingdom you're going to be served by little boys. Now it actually does say that in the Quran, and also it's in the Quran about Mary worship, which shows once again, like Elder Gabar brought out years ago, and Elder Tahar, that the Quran is basically one of the babies of the Catholic Church.
Catholic Church.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 1. For yourselves, brethren, know our entrance in unto you, that it was not in vain. But even after that we had suffered before, and were shamefully entreated, as you know, at Philippi, we were bold in our power to speak unto you the gospel of the Most High with much contention.
There's a great fight, man. There's more.
For our exhortation was not of deceit, nor of uncleanness, nor in guile, but as we were allowed of the Most High to put in trust with the gospel, even so we speak, not as pleasing men, but the Most High, which trieth our hearts. For neither at any time use we flattering words, as you know, nor a cloak of covetousness, the Most High is witness, nor of men sought we glory, neither of you, nor yet of others, when we might have been burdensome as the apostles of Yahushua. But we were gentle among you, even as a nurse cherisheth her children. I have another one. This is Philippians chapter 1, verse 17. But the other of love, knowing that I am set for the defense of the gospel.
That's right. That's right. Did you finish that in Corinthians 13? Yeah, keep reading.
This is back in 1 Corinthians 13 and 1. Though I speak with the tongue of men and angels, and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries, and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burnt, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. Charity suffereth long, and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Charity never faileth, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. When I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know, even as also I am known. And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity.
That's right. The greatest of these is, you go ahead.
That's heavy too, because it said charity envieth not, But the majority of all these guys that's hanging around, coming on the comment boards, is really a thing out of envy. They're jealous over Elder Tahar. That's why they be sitting there talking all that shit, because the Lord was dealing with them, and it's evident who the Lord is dealing with. You can see GMS camps throughout the whole world. It's not a secret. So a lot of them guys, they envy that, man, because the niggas ain't right. They don't got no charity. And that's what it's all about, man. Them guys on the comment board, oh, you GMS bitch talking all that dumb shit. That's all jealousy, man, and envy.
I gotta say something real quick, just to throw it out there. You nigga, I'm gonna call you Makatab, you nigga. You talking about talking about charity? The reason you didn't get, just to clear the air, you never even got kicked out of GMS. Elder Tahar suspended you, and then he told you, well, look, brother, he's 2 weeks. But then,
First week I said come back.
yeah, but then by the end of the first week, he said, look, just tell the brother to come back. And the reason he suspended you, because you didn't even want to help your own brother learn how to drive, man. So you got a suspension. Then you were told, look, brother, you're welcome to come back. And you pretty much said, fuck y'all. And then we didn't hear from you for 3 years or so. Now you on the comment boards talking all that bullshit, challenging brother to meet me one-on-one. Man, you selling wolf tickets, man. You selling wolf tickets, man. You was a nigga, man. You gonna lie. You straight up lying, man. You ain't get kicked out.
Yeah, well, this stuff about meet me one-on-one is being carnal. So you damn sure ain't right, because you're thinking in a carnal sense, man. Man, I'm 52 years old. What the fuck I look like fighting out there in the street? I used to do that back when I was in my 20s and my damn 30s, man. I would be out there like some niggas. Hey, you go to any basketball court anywhere in Babylon and shit. Niggas are playing a ball and shit, and a fight break out. You see some of them niggas 30, 40 years old, man, bringing out pipes and shit, man. You niggas are on a beastly fucking level, man. You guys are a bunch of goddamn beasts.
This is Philippians chapter 1, verse 15. Some indeed preach Yahushua even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill. The one preach Yahushua of contention, not sincerely, supposing to add affliction to my bonds. Yeah, because no matter what you guys do, you're not going to stop the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You're not going to add anything to us. You're not going to stop us from doing this thing, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is the one that gave us the power, the spirit, and the authority to teach this word. So no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you can't stop this word. You know, you can come like a snake. You could come, however you coming. You could come like the devil, but you know what? At the end of the day, at the end of the thing, you're going to get smoked. Like the scripture say, then shall be known who am I chosen. So it says, but so you got, and then a lot of you guys, like we've always been saying, some of you guys you learn 2 or 3 scriptures, now all of a sudden you're a top teacher. You're gonna you're gonna show the elders, or you're gonna show other men that have been doing this thing for a while how things should really be done.
I'm sorry, can I just interject on that too? Or really add? I'm glad you said that. That's a new thing. These little young niggas, it's you young little reprobate niggas. Even in the world, like this new generation, this new, like the brother Tazaiwan says, he calls them these metrosexual niggas. These from the age of from like the 25 on down, it seems like all you little young niggas are the most wickedest niggas, man. Like Sarge. He's a young little punk-ass, snot-nosed brat, and he learned the scriptures from us by way of the Spirit of the Lord. Then all of a sudden, we ain't right. You know more than us. And so it's these little young niggas, man, the most wickedest niggas. The other nigga we had up in here, Bill Cosby, down in D.C., he was wicked. He's another young nigga. Patak, another young nigga. The barbarian horde. All you guys are babies. Now, them stories that we was talking about, Elder Tahar and us sitting there, and we were just pretty much reminiscing, going back, talking about the 90s. We was over, Elder Tahar, including ourselves, we was deep in the work of the Lord back then. Already deep out there, man. You niggas don't have a clue of what we've done in this truth. But you're going to come along 20-something years later talking shit. Man, you guys are, man, fuck you guys, man.
Yeah, I got 2 scriptures here. The first one is in 2 Peter's, the 2nd chapter, the 12th verse. You might read a verse or 2 up above that. Then the next one is Jude, the 10th verse. Okay, all right. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness, and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignity.
Yeah. They're not afraid to speak evil of dignities, man. And it speaks about government, right? Read that again.
But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness, and despise government.
And despise government. Because whether you know it or not, GMS is a growing government, man. This is the house of David, man, coming back. This is the rebuilding of the kingdom of heaven.
Presumptuous are they.
Presumptuous are they. They presume that you don't know nothing, that you ain't right, that they're right. You know, they're presumptuous. Go ahead.
Self-willed.
Self-willed. They're doing what they want to do.
Yeah, being wicked.
Go ahead.
They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities.
They're not afraid to speak evil of dignities, man. Moses set us up to be dignities, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusations against them before the Lord.
And it goes deeper than that. It goes to the Most High. Really, the dignities are the Most High and His Son and the angels. You have that whole order, man. They talking shit. Hey, well, going back to Nate, the fact that you don't want to tell your people the name of the Most High and His Son, you're speaking against the Most High.
Yeah.
But these, as natural brute beasts.
All you guys are brute beasts, man. The ones of you guys that got kicked out, the ones of you guys that got. Now you said that we kicked you out. Let's say we did kick you out. So what? You wasn't right any goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you were kicked out. Whether you were kicked out or not, you wouldn't. The Most High set it up where you got kicked out.
Right.
But we didn't even really kick you out, man. You got suspended and for 2 weeks, and then the first weekend I told the brother come back in, but you had just had a baby with your woman, you know, so she had you, man. And then your brother is still among us, man, and then you cold cut your brother off, man.
Yep, disappeared. Left him for dead.
He ain't have no phone or nothing like that. We had to give him money to get a cell phone and everything, and he's still with us. Go ahead.
But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed.
So what's going to happen to them? All these guys that came up against us, you're going to be taken and destroyed.
That's right, man.
And the destruction is right around the corner. The Most High is going to start doing things.
Excuse me. Speak evil of the things they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption.
You're going to utterly perish. All you guys that are popping up, talking about open up oil tables and do this, the Lord ain't dealing with you, man. If the Lord was dealing with you, you would have never stopped doing this, man. All of a sudden, you guys are wiping the dust off, getting your old dirty garment in the closet, taking it to the laundry and whatnot, having your wife sew some new fringes on it, and you going out there like you've been going out there. You ain't been going out there, man. You haven't stood stiffly like the elder read. So now is the time of judgment, man. And all you guys, you're going to be judged. You're going to be judged. And that says tape end. Your tape is going to end. And anyway, with that, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.